Okay, keep watching as we open up all 6 of these awesome dinos and have dino battles. Cool. Well, everyone, welcome to Amazing Dinosaurs on YouTube. Today we're going to be opening up 6 brand new dinos and showing you a whole bunch more. We've got the Jurassic World Dominion Roarin Allosaurus. We got the Roar Strikers Megaraptor from Jurassic World Dominion. We got the Wild Roar Hesperosaurus. We've got the Wild Roar Gryposuchus. We've got the Wild Roar Ekrixinatosaurus. We've got the Wild Roar Megalosaurus and a bunch of other cool dinos to check out. Keep watching. King Kong vs. Megaraptor. It's the Dinosaurus Rex versus all the other dinos. And he's going right down the middle. Ah, he took down 3 of them with a body slam. Now he's got to get the other one. Oh, he got stuck. Go for the Allosaurus. And down he goes. Now it's time for him to jump. Okay, so our next one is the Roarin Allosaurus. This is a Jurassic World Dominion one, but it is new to my channel. This is an extreme damage one. So it's got the extreme damage on it. Let me see. So this pulls up right there. You hit it, it opens up. You can see like the ribs there. Lift that, and you got the soft internal organs of the dino. Does also have a roaring chomp, which is really cool. I'm really liking that. And then it's saying activate double damage, flip down. Cool. I'll also give you guys the scan codes. Okay, time to free the dino so he can attack. Okay, so here we have the awesome Roarin Allosaurus. I changed the battery so it sounds a lot better. If you take a close look at the head, I mean, you got some really cool looking Allosaurus there. It's got like a black tongue in its mouth and everything. Very realistic looking teeth, and I do love the battle damage. So if you go ahead and close this battle damage up right there, then you could have like awesome dino battles like this. The Indominus Rex is coming. They're battling it out, and he rips open the side and he gets into his lungs and he destroys him. Cool. Okay, but anyways, let's go ahead and check out the rest of the features. I'm going to go ahead and close this up because when you do, I mean, you could barely tell it's there. I mean, the dino looks more complete there. So like I said, really awesome roaring over there. And then you got the arms that move. He's got like huge triceps. The legs move into different position. The feet turn. The coloring on the dino is really awesome. There is the action button. Blends right in with the top. Here is the code, the scan code for the app. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that in a little bit. Cool. Start up your Jurassic World Fun app, hit your scan button, scan up the picture I included for you. And there we have our awesome Roarin Allosaurus. And as if you could see here, he does have the battle damage. You can see he's ripped open there. You can see like his skeletal system inside. So no wonder he's angry. I'd be having a bad day too if I was ripped open. Allosaurus vs. Kong. Okay, so we have Jurassic World Dominion Roar Strikers Megaraptor. Push down, he roars and he strikes. Really cool looking red and blue dino. Check out the back, it says press down and roar, and the others you can buy. Okay, let's set her free. Okay, let's go ahead and check out this awesome Megaraptor. So again, he's got the striking action if you push down on its back. Really cool sounding roar. He's got these huge claws on his arms, which you could move back and forth. He could stand all the way in the down position, mid position, and upper position. If you look at his head, I mean, he just looks really cool. He's got like tribal markings here. He's red and blue coloring. I mean, he reminds me of the Utahraptor, which I did like the Utahraptor. I do like the Utahraptor a lot because he's got the big feathered tail also. So this is an awesome attack dino. There comes our big, huge Carnotaurus from the Jurassic World survival line, and it's a battle, and down he goes. Time to scan it into Jurassic World Fun app, hit the scan button, scan off my picture, and there we have our awesome Megaraptor. Yeah. King Kong vs. Megaraptor. Then we got the Wild Roar Hesperosaurus with the Rampage attack. Turn the dial, it swings its tail, and it roars. Really cool looking herbivore. It says Rampage attack. Awesome. And she's free. Okay, so here's our Wild Roar Hesperosaurus. So it has the dial here, you turn, and it shakes its tail, and it hits stuff. Almost looks like a dog that's happy that you come home from work. Okay, so anyways, I mean, it is really cool looking dino. It's got these huge spikes, and oh, there's the scan code. I'll give to you guys soon. So the arms do move. The head looks really cool. You've got these orange, like beady looking eyes. It's like a dark green, olive green, and tan coloring. Huge spikes on its tail. These spikes on its back are nice and soft. They're really cool looking. So this girl, the guy would just be like, hey, he forgot his glasses. Oh, nice doggy. And this dino would be like, wow, wow. And then it would beat him to death. You could also have awesome dino battles. So this guy's like, rawr! He like swings around with his spikes, knocks him open, and this guy's, that's enough! And he snaps his neck. Time to scan the dino in. There we have our awesome Hesperosaurus attacking. Cool. King Kong vs. Hesperosaurus. Okay, then we got the Epic Evolution Wild Roar Megalosaurus. Another one with dial action on its back to like chomp and roar. Not sure if I really like that much. I prefer the button. It says Rampage attack. Cool. Let's free her to attack! Okay, so here is our awesome wild roar Megalosaurus. You could attack either going down or going up. Well, like I said, I'm not that much of a fan. I prefer the action button to be like on the back, like on this one, or on the tail. You have much more cool attacks that you could do there. But anyways, the coloring is awesome. She's like orange with yellow, orange eyes. She's got like a orange with yellow, light yellow spots throughout her whole body. The arms do move. The head you could pose into like an attacking position, which I really like that, because I love putting these on my shelf with like the mouth open, looking like they're gonna attack something. And then let me demonstrate like the attacks. So if you're having like a dino fight, it's like you have to keep turning that dial, which gets annoying really fast. For this one, you just have it open its eyes, down she goes, and then you could have it roar. Okay, let's go ahead and scan this in, and there we have our awesome Megalosaurus. Cool, I love the desert look in the background. That is awesome. King Kong vs. Megalosaurus. Then our next one is the Wild Roar Epic Evolution Gryposuchus. So this one does have the roll button too. It does chomp on either side depending which way you roll it. So this one has like the huge jaws. I do love you could keep the mouth open. I mean, look at that thing. It could probably swallow you whole. This is Rampage attack. And she's free! It's time to attack! Okay, so here we have the awesome Gryposuchus. I mean, I love how big this thing opens its mouth. I just wish they would have put the controls on the, like a button, or on the tail, a button. It would have made it a lot easier to attack with this girl, because that would have been fun. I mean, look at those jaws. I mean, they open way up. I mean, this thing could probably swallow a human whole. Okay, so it's like a dark blue, orange. It's got like beady, yellow, evil looking eyes. Let's open the mouth up so you can take a look at the jaws. Wow, I'm loving it. So it's got like a big gator tail. So this is probably like some type of Jurassic type gator. It's like a dark blue with orange coloring. Really cool looking. So the fat guy's just skipping through the park, and all of a sudden, and this thing swallows them all. So our Allosaurus is like, what is this thing? He's like, and it's a battle for the ages, and he's got our Allosaurus, and he takes him down. Okay, so let's add this to the app. Oh, there we go. I'm loving it. Look how cool that thing looks. Oh, did you hear that roar? King Kong vs. Gryposuchus. Okay, so I left this one for last. I figured not as many people are going to be watching because I can't pronounce this. It's a Epic Evolution Wild Roar Ekrixinatosaurus. Ekrixinatosaurus. This is a Jurassic World, and I don't know, probably not pronouncing that anywhere right. But again, this has the chomping dial attack, and it is does look like it's in the T-Rex family there. And it says Rampage attack. Okay, time to set her free to rampage my studio. Okay, so here is He Who Shall Not Be Named. As you could tell, I am reading Harry Potter to my kids, but anyways, I say that because I don't know how to pronounce this dino's name, but there we have it. Really awesome looking, huge teeth, tiny little beady yellow eyes. It's got the tiny little useless arms. It's like, wah, wah. Come closer so I can slap you with these useless arms. So it's gray coloring with like blue stripes. Really awesome looking. You can spread the legs apart to get like traction, so it could stand on different surfaces over there. So again, there is our attack. I mean, it does sound awesome. So it's time for our dino battle. Allosaurus is like, this guy answers right back, and Allosaurus took him down. Okay, let's go ahead and add it to the app. Oh, wow, look at that coloring on this guy. Looks like some type of a Carnotaurus, but really cool coloring. It's actually snowing. Wow, that guy is cool. King Kong versus He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Welcome back! Get ready to jump into a giant bin full of herbivore dinosaurs from the Camp Cretaceous collection and other Jurassic World toy lines. Let's go ahead and get started with this huge Apatosaurus right here. This dinosaur has to be, I don't know, probably like 3 feet wide, maybe a foot or two tall. Let's check out that face right up here. You can even open and close the mouth. Got a super long neck. You can adjust the neck side to side. You can move all the legs, and you can even move the tail as well. This dinosaur is huge, but even behind that, we've got another ginormous dinosaur. This is a Brachiosaurus, and it is fully adjustable as well. You can move all the legs, you can swivel the tail, and let's check out the head as well. Here's the Brachiosaurus head. You can open and close the mouth. I think you can move other parts of it. That's pretty cool. And this figure as well is probably about 2 feet wide and probably 3 feet tall with how tall this one's neck is. It is so tall. It's huge. All right, let's check out the rest of these. But before we check out the dinos in the bin, let's open up these brand new herbivores. Let's start with the Mega Destroyer Stegosaurus. Here is the brand new Stegosaurus. It's green, it's got a little bit of tan and a brown belly. And it comes with this cage that you put around the tail that it can break free from. All right, the tail cage is attached. Now let's use the action to break free from the cage. And the action button is hidden right here when you press this one down. Here we go, ready? And go, break free. All right, there it is. It is now a free Stegosaurus. Next up from the Jurassic World toy line is another Mega Destroyer. This is a Pentaceratops. Let's check it out. All right, here is the Pentaceratops. It's mostly brown with gray striping along the top, and it's got tons of horns in the front. This is pretty rubbery too. It's actually pretty bendable. And this Pentaceratops also comes with a cage that you put around its face and it can break free from. Let's try it out. All right, here is the caged up Pentasaurus. The cage isn't staying on too well, but let's go ahead and break it off using the action button. Here we go. There we go. Pentaceratops is now free. Plus, there is a second action button. Let's see what that does. It wiggles the torso back and forth. Very cool. Next up of our brand new dinosaurs from Jurassic World Fierce Force is the Chialingosaurus. Let's open it up and check it out. All right, here it is. It's got the spikes right along the back of the tail. It's a lot of spikes, as well as those little spikes right there on the shoulder. This dinosaur has some interesting coloring too. It's got the yellow front legs and the belly, and then the rest of its body is like a teal color. Plus, this dinosaur has a swiveling action. If you move its head back and forth, it'll swing the tail back and forth. And same with the tail. How cool is that? Next up of our brand new dinosaurs is the Miragaia from the Ferocious Pack series from Jurassic World. Let's check it out. Here we go. This is an interesting looking dinosaur. It kind of reminds me of a Stegosaurus, but with some big differences. It's got these huge horns on the side, no doubt for defense, and all these spikes along its body as well. That is pretty cool. And you can adjust the legs and the neck and even open and close the mouth. Let's see what other herbivores we got in here. All right, another Stegosaurus, but with different coloring. This is a teal color over most of its body with a lighter underbelly and a darker green color right on the top. Of course, it's still got the massive spikes on the tail and an action button to swing the spikes. Right over here, we've got a Pseudoceratops. This dinosaur is mostly blue with green legs and red detailing along the top. And the biggest feature of this dinosaur is those huge horns right in the front there. This dinosaur also has two action buttons, one for roaring and the other for swinging its tail. Right over here, we've got a dinosaur with some super heavy armor. This is an Ankylosaurus. Its underbelly is like a red clay color, the top is brown, and the spikes are all like a light tan color. And this dinosaur has an action. When you press down on its body, its tail swings back and forth. Here we've got a good old Triceratops with brown coloring on the side and the bottom and blue detailing along the top and the front. It's got those huge horns. Look at the detail. You can even see cracks in the horns too. That's really interesting. And this dinosaur has an action when you move the tail. It swings its head back and forth too. Next up, we've got the Edmontosaurus. This is a pretty colorful dinosaur. There is blue and a light tan all over its body, and on its face, it's got a super bright blue and yellow as well. You can move the arms and the legs on this dinosaur, and with the tail, you can control the head. Right here, we have a green herbivore that looks kind of like a Triceratops, but is in fact a Sinoceratops. You can tell because it doesn't have the same type of horns on the front, and it looks quite a bit different. On this dinosaur, you can move the arms, the legs, and the head, and in fact, there is an action button right on its back that when you press it, it goes into a roaring action too. Right over here, we've got a little dinosaur. This is a Minmi. You can tell from all these spikes that it's pretty heavily armored still. Its whole body is a clay red color, and it's got some green yellow eyes too. Here's another unusual small dinosaur. This is a Calavosaurus. This dinosaur is mostly dark blue and gold yellow detailing right on the top all the way up to its face. And you can move the neck on this dinosaur, the arms, the legs, and even the tail too. The next herbivore we've got is kind of like a Stegosaurus, but is in fact a Kentrosaurus. Look at these huge spikes coming out of the side, and of course those huge spikes on its tail too. This dinosaur is a light brown on the sides and a dark brown on the top, and it has an action button that you can slide up and down for different roars and movements. Next up, we've got a green dinosaur. It's got yellow on the top, dark green in the middle and the sides, and a lighter green on the bottom. This is an Ouranosaurus. And there's even some blue right at the tip of its face too. With this dinosaur, you can move all the legs and the tail, and there's an action button on the side that you can use to control its head. All right, we've got some more Stegosauruses. In fact, I think I got another one in here too. Both of these are differently colored. Check out the differences there. This first one's mostly brown with tan and green on the top. And it's got an action button so you can swing the tail, and an action button so that you can move the head. And this other Stegosaurus is mostly gray and a darker gray along the top and a pink underbelly. And just like the other one, it has an action to swing the tail. But with this Stegosaurus, there's no action button to control the head, so you can actually just move it by hand. I think I see some baby dinosaurs in here. There we go. Here is a baby Brachiosaurus. This one is a super bright green with a darker green detailing along the top. You can move the neck, you can move the legs, and you can twist the tail. And this baby is an Ankylosaurus. I believe its name is Bumpy, actually. You can move the tail on this, you can move the head, and the legs as well. Right back here, we've got a super bright dinosaur, and this is one of my favorite herbivores because I love this horn on its head. This is a Parasaurolophus. It's mostly yellow with brown striping. You can move the legs and the arms, and it's got two action buttons up top. One is for moving the head, and the other is for moving the tail. Next up, we've got a Pachycephalosaurus. I think we've got another one with different coloring in here. There it is. Two Pachycephalosauruses, each with different coloring. First is green along most of its body with the dark red-orange coloring on the top, and it has battle damage on the side. And the second one is more of a purple color with dark purple along the top. And this one has an action where you move the tail and you can get a headbutting action. Next up, we've got another super armored dinosaur. This is the Sauropelta. It's got dark green along the top where all of its armor is, and a lighter green along the bottom. With this dinosaur, you can move the head and even twist its neck around a little bit. And you can adjust the legs, and with the tail, you can actually control the front of the dinosaur so you can get some stabbing action with those spikes. All right. Here we've got another Triceratops. I think I've got a few more in here actually, each with different coloring. Here's the second one, and here's the third one. Look at the difference in coloring with all of them. This first one is a clay red color with brown detailing on the top, and it has an action button right at the top for its roaring. The second Triceratops is a mostly green body with clay red detailing along the top and the front. It's got those huge spikes. And with this one, the action is when you press down, it gives the roar. And with the third Triceratops, we've got an even darker green color with like brown detailing along the top and the front. And you can move the legs just like all the others. Plus, this one has two action buttons. The first controls the roar, and the second controls the tail. All right, we've still got a few dinosaurs left. Let's check out some of these smaller ones. Let's start with this blue one. This dinosaur is a Mosasaurus. It's mostly blue with gray detailing along the top, and you can move the neck and the legs, and you can twist the tail as well. With these other small dinosaurs, this is another Sauropelta, but with different coloring. This one is a bright red color on the top and brown on the bottom, and it still has the same action with the tail. You can swivel back and forth for the stabbing action. These other small dinosaurs, we've got another baby Brachiosaurus with different coloring than the last one. This is a dark gray with like a dark purple red color along the top. And this other little dinosaur is a Gallimimus, and it has super interesting coloring. The body is mostly orange, and then it's got red and blue striping along the top all the way to the head. Next up, we've got another huge herbivore. This is a Sinoceratops. It's mostly green in color with a light tan detailing on the top and a little bit of a brown color on its mouth and right here as well. Check out all those horns. And with the tail, you can control its face. Here is a smaller herbivore. This is a Stygimoloch. This dinosaur has a headbutting action, so when you pull down on the tail, its head moves up and down for headbutting. Next up, we've got another big armor-plated herbivore. This is another Ankylosaurus. This one has different coloring than the last one we saw. It's got a brown underbelly and green along the sides and a gray top and the light tan spikes. And this Ankylosaurus has an action button. When you press down, it swings the tail. Just a few more left. Here we've got a little Triceratops with battle damage on the side. The rest of the Triceratops is a bright green color with brown right on the top, and you can move all the legs and even control the head as well. And last but not least, we've got some more Gallimimuses in here, all differently colored. First, we've got a super bright orange colored Gallimimus with brown on the top. We've also got a light gray Gallimimus with a darker gray-blue along the top. And this Gallimimus is more of a light tan color with dark brown stripes on the top. Hello and welcome back to the Amazing Dinosaurs channel. I'm super excited to be here with you today. Today we are unboxing this giant bin of dinosaur toys. We've got some new Camp Cretaceous, we've got some new Jurassic World, we've got some King Kong and Godzilla further down in the bin, and so much more. I'm super excited to unbox these with you. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first up, let's go ahead and unbox this Camp Cretaceous figure right here. We got a Scorpius Rex from the Camp Cretaceous. Let's check it out. Wow, so this is a pretty sizable figure, I will say. This is larger than a lot of the ones that we have. All right, so there's two buttons on the top up here. Oh, that's the first one. Check it out. This top button, when you press it, watch what happens. Let's see. Nice, so his mouth opens up, reveals his teeth, and the sound effect of his roar. Very cool. Let's check out the second button here. So when you press this button, let's see, is that the slashing action? Oh yeah. And it's got a sound effect for that too. That's pretty vicious. Wow, this thing is ginormous. And let's check out the tail too. We've got the tail here with the slashing action too. You wouldn't want to be in the way of that tail. That thing would hurt so much. Wow, all right. You'll want to stay out of the way of this one, that's for sure. All right, let's move on to the next dinosaur. All right, next up, let's do the Jurassic World Tyrannosaurus Rex. Let's check it out. All right, yeah, see, this is cool. You don't see this too often. It's a plastic dino throughout most of it, but the tail is rubber, giving it a much more lifelike feel. And it swivels up and down like that. You can already hear those stomp sound effects. Let's hear some more. Very cool. Let's check out this chomping action too. So when you lift them up like this, it locks into place, and then you move the tail upwards, and he comes chomping down. Wow, that's cool. Very cool. And even his neck right here is kind of like rubber too. You can see it kind of like swivels back and forth. Very cool. I'm super excited to add this to our collection. All right, let's move on to the next dinosaur. Okay, let's check out the Camp Cretaceous Tyrannosaurus Rex, Epic Roarin'. All right, here we go. Wow, look at that. And look at that darker stripe along its back, and then the lighter sides. It's got a lighter belly. It's like, I don't know if that's tan or yellow. But let's check out these action moves. So you've got the button on the tail right there. You can already hear the roaring right there. And then the swivel action. So the tail twists back and forth and a little bit up and down. And as you're doing that, it twists the head at the same time. That's really cool, because then it gives it a super realistic look. If you're like playing with the dinos, you don't have to have your hand up here. You can have it way back here, and it looks super realistic. That's really cool. And let's try out the button too. Let's see how the roar looks. Whoa, that's cool. It's got like some shaking action too when you press the button. When it roars, there's like a battery inside that makes the head roar back and forth while it's roaring. Let's try that out again. And even look inside the mouth, like with the teeth and this tongue right there. Look at that, it's like wiggling back and forth, so when it shakes, the tongue shakes too. That's pretty cool. That's an attention to detail that I really appreciate. I definitely am enjoying the swiveling head with the tail. That gives it such a cool look that your hands don't have to be close to the head to make it move. Very cool. Let's check out the next dinosaur. All right, and over here we've got the Jurassic World Tyrannosaurus Rex. Wow, another Tyrannosaurus Rex. We're really on a roll today. All right, let's check it out here. So it's got kind of the same coloring as the other one. You can see the darker top and then the lighter sides, and then the even lighter, like a yellow tan belly and underside. We've got these massive claws once again. So the tail is actually jointed in multiple spots. I bet that's for when you press the button, it really gives it a good swing. Let's try out the tail first. Wow, look at that swing. And it goes all the way to the side and all the way back. It's spring-loaded, so you can just keep doing this all day. No batteries required. Very cool. And let's see that chomp action with its face too. You ready? Here we go. Ooh, okay. Twist to the side. It closes its mouth and rips it off. Wow, that's really cool. That's a gnarly attack. When it's attacking another dinosaur and it's right there, it would grab it and twist it to the side in its attack. That's very vicious. Look at the teeth on this one too. That is a massive set of teeth. Got the yellow eyes. Very cool. I'm liking this one too. All right, let's move on to the next dinosaur. Next up is a smaller dinosaur here. This is the Megalosaurus. It is a Savage Strike from the Camp Cretaceous series. It's pretty cool. All right, so here it is. This is interesting coloring. Look at that. It's got a lighter gold coloring on the top, and then the green sides and a green bottom. Its legs move. It's got those huge claws, and its arms move too. They're pretty small. And then look at its face. It's got interesting coloring. It's like a mixture of the red and then the yellow that's also on its back as well. Let's check out that chomping action. Here we go with the tail. Very cool. I'm liking that. It's a smaller dinosaur, but I like that it still has an action that you can do with the toy. Very cool. All right, let's move on to the next dinosaur. All right, in our other new dinosaur here, we've got a Diplodocus. Check this out. It's an interesting, like, semi-flexible rubber feeling. The neck is a little bit flexible too. And check out the coloring. You've got this like red-brown, and then you've got these stripes of green all the way up the neck too. Check that out. Then got a little bit of yellow on the underbelly and on the legs as well. This is very cool. There are no moving parts in this one. There's no buttons or anything, but it is somewhat movable. It does have a pretty lifelike feel, I think. Let's check out that face. Oh, it's kind of a cute face, you know? Look at those eyes right there. This is pretty cool. This is I believe it's a pretty massive dinosaur in real life, the actual size. But this is a very cool model of a dinosaur to have. All right, let's go ahead and check out all these other dinosaurs.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and add this to our massive Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, Godzilla, King Kong studio. Remember, you've seen this awesome video on amazing dinosaurs on YouTube.